welcome to Big Lew BBQ and other things I want to do. And today it's other things I want to do. I've got some leftover French bread from last week. It's that everything bread from Walmart. They season the French bread a little bit on the top. And they got a little bit left and it's getting stale. And what I like to do with stale bread is make croutons. I've got 4 ways I make croutons. And I've already showed you one way where I do it out on the barbecue grill. Get some smoke flavor in the croutons. Those are my favorite ones, but they might not be my favorite ones to make. Used to make them in the oven a lot, but since I got an air fryer last year, it was sent to me by the folks at Magic Chef and New Air, and I'm not a big air fryer person. I mainly just use my air fryer for cooking, convenience foods like Nick and Chuggets and Stitch Fix and stuff like that. Anyway, they sent it to me last year. I did a review on it, and we've used it for a year. It's been a pretty good air fryer. I hadn't been in contact with the company or anything like that, but back then they gave me a discount code for it, and I don't know if that discount code's any good or not, but if it is, I'll leave that link down below. I'll also leave the iCard above to the original air fryer review, but you could do this in any air fryer. Air fryer, since getting the air fryer, that's become my favorite way to make the croutons, not my favorite croutons, but my favorite way to make them because it's just so darn easy. My favorite ones are out on the grill. My second favorite ones are fried in bacon grease. One day I got to do a video on the bacon grease croutons, but that's not today's video. And then of course you can do these in a regular oven if you wanted to. All right, so you got to have some old bread. You can use old white bread, like I got about 3 slices of white bread over here, but I'm just using this old piece of French bread left over from last week. It's getting kind of tough, but it's not moldy. That's the seasoning that's on it, all right? So let me show you how I cut it up, how we season it, how we cook it in the air fryer. You can use these on soups, salads, whatever, homemade croutons. They're delicious, and guess what? You kind of know what's in them, except for the store-bought bread, but I'm gonna season them the way I want to season them. So let's do it. I know this isn't a bread knife, but it's my knife. I'll have a link below where these things, and it's sharp. Just cut this old stale bread up like this. Nothing to it. And then we're going to get it into cubes like this, all right? And I'll speed the camera up at this point. Just about like that, cubes, okay? So we can make croutons with it. However big you want them, it's your baby, you spank it. All right, they're all cut up, just that easy, about that size. By the way, this cutting board came from Pork Belly Woodworks out of Texas, and I tell you what, it is a fantastic cutting board. There'll also be a link down below if you want that. Together, this knife and this cutting board, that's my food processor, y'all. All right, anyway, let's get these seasoned and we get them in the air fryer. All right, so I got my bread cubes in the mixing bowl here. They've already got some of that everything seasoning on there, which is kind of Italian. I'm gonna be seasoning these with the herb de Provence, or Provence herbs. It's a French herb blend. These are from Rabelais, but you can buy them lots of places. Anyway, it looks like Provence, but I think it's French, so it's pronounced Provence. Anyway, you always sound fancy when you speak in foreign languages when you're cooking, all right? And I'm gonna use a little bit of table salt, just plain table salt. If you use kosher salt, it's too coarse. It doesn't really stick and get into the little places in the bread. Use a table salt if you want to salt them. And I'm gonna use olive oil. You could use regular cooking oil. You could use melted butter. You could use some old bacon grease if you wanted to, however you wanted to flavor them, all right? Put a little bit more. And that stale dry bread, it soaks it up. French bread makes the best croutons, but you can use any kind of white bread you want. I guess you could use anything, One time I made them, not in the air fryer, but one time I made them in the oven out of old cornbread and put them on chili. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna sprinkle these on here like that. Just sprinkle that on there like that. I may need to add a bit more oil. In fact, I think I'm gonna add a bit more oil. You want them to soak up that oil. There we go. And now the salt. Just shake, 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 shake the salt in there, how much salt you want, how much salt you use. You don't have to measure anything, just, it's your baby, you spank it. So, got the redneck spanking spoon out, ready to get these all mixed together and get them all coated in your oil, whatever kind of oil you use. But I usually use olive oil for this. But I guess you could, and unless I'm frying them, then I'm using bacon grease. I have to do a video on fried croutons. Those are so delicious in pea soup. Fried croutons and bacon grease. I'll have to do a video on that one day. If I ever do, I'll stick the iCard above, but until I do, it won't be there. Oops, those popped out. That's okay, the counter's clean. It's all good. So anyway, you see the point. Just get them all mixed up. I'm showing you, you kind of want them all with that olive oil tint. You don't want any of them that are too white looking. And so I had to add a few more dashes of olive oil to this, but they're all ready to go into the air fryer. All right, this is the Magic Chef air fryer. I gotta say, I like the dials. It's just so easy to set. Anyway, they're working in the air fryer you got. Just make sure it's clean, and we're just gonna dump them into the air fryer like this, all right? And just get them all in there. I'll spread them out a little bit even, like this. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing here, but I'm gonna kind of put them even on there. But I've cooked a lot more than this in the air fryer before, so you could do a couple layers. I've almost had it filled up before, but it does take a little bit longer. These will be quick. Just shove them in there like that. And I usually set the dial for 10 minutes, but it doesn't take 10 minutes. It usually takes about 8. I'm gonna check on it at about 5. We're gonna shake them up, and they'll be ready to go. Okay, these have been on for about 5 minutes. The heat light just went off. And you can see they're browning up nice. These are almost done. I'm gonna give them a shake and probably let them go just another minute or two. But you can see they're browning up real nice. So just let them go another minute. All right, they're not quite done, but I'm gonna call them done. Look, you just turn it off. That's easy. Just turn it off. Yep, there they are, right there. I might have gotten them a little too brown, but I think they're gonna be just fine. All right, so let's taste test one. All right, they're right here. And I'm just gonna grab one. Looks like that right there. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, it's still hot. It's still hot. Woo! Blow on it. I'm gonna set it down right there before I eat it. They'll keep in a Ziploc bag in your pantry, I don't know, for a few weeks. I'm not gonna guarantee how long they'll keep, but I will guarantee they'll keep longer than stale bread. That stuff probably would have been moldy by tomorrow if I hadn't found some use for it. So these go great on top of salads and in soups, and you can just eat them as a snack if you want to. Genesis 3:19, y'all. I'm not into that keto stuff, nuh-uh. By sweat of the brow, man shall eat bread, all right? Yeah, I like bread, all right? Crouton. So, that tastes like an Olive Garden restaurant smells. That's really good. You just eat that as snack food. Who needs a salad? One of my favorite uses for my air fryer, making croutons. I'll have to link to the smoked crouton video down below. And if I ever make a fried crouton video, it'll be down below too. Thanks for watching Big Lew BBQ.